India's not-so-friendly neighbor Pakistan woke up this weekend to one of the most violent days Balochistan has seen in decades. Nearly 150 killed, however. The shockwaves from this coordinated Baloch rebel assault are not meant for Islamabad alone. They are aimed far beyond Pakistan, straight at Washington and Beijing. On February 1st, the Balochistan Liberation Army unleashed what it called Herof 2, a black storm, and it lived up to its name. Across Balochistan, from Quetta to Gwadar, from Kalat to Turbat, coordinated suicide bombings, gun attacks and raids hit police stations, military camps, government buildings, highways and even civilian areas. Entire districts were paralyzed, prisons were stormed, roads were cut off, railway tracks were targeted, migrant worker camps were attacked. By nightfall, Balochistan looked like a war zone. Pakistani officials admitted that at least dozens were killed. Independent estimates put the death toll close to 200, civilians, security personnel and militants combined. Intelligence sources believe that up to 1,000 BLA fighters may have participated. If true, this wasn't a terror strike. It was a battlefield-level operation. And that is precisely why this attack is a wake-up call, not just for Pakistan but for the United States and China. Because Balochistan today is not just Pakistan's problem, it is the fault line where global ambitions collide with local rage. Balochistan is Pakistan's largest province by land, but it is also the poorest in terms of development. It sits at the crossroads of Iran, Afghanistan and the Arabian Sea. Beneath its soil lie massive reserves of natural gas, copper, gold and rare earth minerals, the raw materials that power modern economies. And above its soil lies Gwadar, the crown jewel of China's China-Pakistan economic corridor. For Beijing, Gwadar is not just a port. It is a strategic shortcut, a way to move energy from the Middle East to Western China without passing through the vulnerable Strait of Malacca. For the United States, Balochistan has emerged as a critical minerals frontier. Washington has already announced over $1 billion in investment at Reko Diq. American firms are signing deals to explore rare earth extraction, minerals vital for EVs, defense systems and clean energy. But here's the problem. For decades, Baloch rebels have argued that these riches are extracted, not shared. Gas from Sui lights homes in Lahore and Karachi, while villages near the fields remain dark. Copper and gold leave the province, but poverty stays behind. This grievance is not new, but Saturday's attack shows how far it has evolved. The BLA is no longer limiting itself to hit-and-run attacks on Pakistani forces. It is targeting infrastructure, ports, supply routes, foreign-linked projects, and symbols of external involvement. Chinese engineers have already paid with their lives in previous attacks. Saturday showed the scale can go much bigger. China already knows this reality. Despite billions poured into CPEC, Gwadar remains heavily militarized, not thriving. Chinese workers move under armed protection. Projects stall, costs rise, security risks multiply. The United States is now stepping into the same minefield. No amount of capital can buy stability if the underlying conflict remains unresolved. And no security force can permanently suppress a movement that feeds on decades of resentment. Saturday's violence sends a clear message. Economic ambition cannot be divorced from political legitimacy. Development imposed from above or from abroad becomes a target, not a solution. For Pakistan, this attack exposes a dangerous reality. Balochistan is slipping further out of control. For China, it questions whether CPEC can ever be secured through force alone. And for the United States, it is a warning before deeper entanglement. Investing in Balochistan without addressing local grievances may drag Washington into a conflict it does not fully understand. Herof 2 was not just an attack, it was a signal flare. Balochistan is burning, and the fire is now visible to the world.